Welcome to my life on paper. I am Brianna and welcome to Follow a Sketch February that I've been playing along with all month. This is our sketch for today. You can see Sandy has a Facebook group, Scrapping Reflections. She also she's State Goddess on YouTube, and her name is Sandy Reversky. So, that being said, here is the picture. Here is the huge picture of my youngest, Eliza. She was finishing up, I call it clinicals, but I think that's nursing speak. So she had a maybe internship, but it was a mini internship at a pharmacy. So that was the last day. And that's the selfie she took. I have these super old, and I think I say that every video, I use a super old close to my heart papers. These are no longer available. I have a lot of them. It used to be that as a someone that sold close to my heart, you would get almost like workshop packets, and it would have like two different papers and a whole bunch, like I don't know, 20 of each. And so I also had the regular collection, so I have a couple different pattern papers, but I'm just taking out the blue in the back is one of the ones I have a lot of, and then the brown is I think the other one that I have a lot of, and the other are scraps of paper that fit the sketch very nicely. I do grab one of the full sheets of paper to make the circle, and I wasn't sure how big to make the circle at first. So what I do is I go to my Cricut and I make an 8 by 10 rectangle, so I know how big my photo is, like, and then in comparison to that, I make a circle, and I think this is 7.5 inches. Is what my conclusion I came to. So I'll tuck that below. In the meantime, you see that I've taken some flair out of my stash. I've got 3 brown and 3 kind of aqua colors, and I'm trying to figure out which ones that I like to use better. Now that I've got all the pieces together, I'm going to trim them down, keeping in mind this striped piece has some of the pattern paper from that circle up there, as well as this piece of pattern paper, as well as the brown. So I'm trying to keep it so that when they overlap, it doesn't look like it's all one piece of paper, if that makes sense. And I do trim this piece of paper down too far. I'm not sure how that exactly happens. Maybe it wasn't, oh no, it was the full length of the paper. I don't know, but you can see on the sketch how it's just a little bit shorter than the rest of the 12 by 12 page. And when I come back in with it, it just seems too short for me, but I'll fix that in a moment. Here is, I needed one more patterned paper, and so I took this strip out, and I'm going to use kind of the back side of it. At the time that I got these Close to My Heart papers, the flip side was like a muted type of the pattern paper on the opposite side. So that's why it's the light blue with the pattern on it. So I'll make sure that that's the size I wanted, that, and see how you can see the stripes are kind of matching up, the brown, the 8 by 10 brown with the stripe on the left side. So I'm going to take care of that in a moment as well. After I dry fit all these pieces of paper, I will come in then and take my ATG adhesive and glue it down. Here is where I decide that kind of the aqua paper is too short. So I just sneak in, and I don't think it's too noticeable. It's a pattern paper, but it just gives it the height that I'm looking for. Please look below for the playlist of everyone that's playing along with Follow a Sketch February. That is by Sandy Reversky. State Goddess on YouTube, and Scrapping Reflections on Facebook. Everyone that is making videos this month on their YouTube channels, and probably Instagram as well, is linked down below. There's a playlist, and it's just so fun to watch. Just jump on there and kind of just let them play through and see everybody else's take on all the different sketches, and they can be quite elaborate or they can be quite simple, but there's something for everyone there, so make sure to check that out. So now that everything is glued down, I'm going to put my picture and make sure that looks good there, and I like it there, and then I'll start with what I think is the fun part, so the embellishing. This I leave pretty simple, which is my style. I've got the flare for those 3 kind of buttons on the right side, and I do decide I'm going with the brown for a contrast on the kind of the aqua there. Now I'm thinking that was in January, and this could be a little bit of journaling black, but I end up liking uh, the You Are Here better. I find this is a border sticker that I have separated out into my aqua color box, and I know only a little bit is going to be kind of sticking out on either side, but I just really like that to go over that pattern paper through the middle, so I'm going to use the whole thing there. I don't need to trim it off to save any for another um, layout. I've had this in my stash for quite a while. I do take this pocket card and I just trim out the circle that I want. It says You Are Here, and thinking of Eliza, and she's, in a stage of her life where she's going to school, accomplishing her dreams, and I just thought like You Are Here is a good place. Like, this is where you are in your life and good for you kind of thing. I do take the rest of that pocket card and make it into a punch. I could have used circle, I could have used flower, but I just had the tab punch on my desk, so that's what I used. I used a planner sticker heart on top of the striped flare. I've got this cute little butterfly tag from somewhere, and I think it says fun on it. And then I will glue that tab down, and that's always a great place to put a date on. I do think about also adding a journaling spot, but there's just not a lot of room on here. And I know I can still journal over like the pattern paper kind of thing. So there's still room for journaling here. Or even a little bit on the You Are Here circle. So I do get some twine into my little tag that goes on the right hand side on the bottom there. I'm going to get my flare adhered down with my foam adhesive tape. That color box I was talking about, it's an iris container, but it's like an inch thick, and it's like 10.5 by 12. But I don't often get out this is going to sound really weird. I've got a separate aqua one. I've got blue one. I've got all the colors of the rainbow. But the aqua one is kind of set off the side because I've already got the blue, but I wanted to separate it out, and it's not in a convenient spot, so I don't often go to that binder, even when I'm doing an aqua page. This is a heart that I stamped with some, I don't know if it was glaze. This has been a while ago, but it was just an extra. It didn't stamp off great, but I thought it was the perfect addition to this. I do get a heart in the right lower corner. I've got 2 hearts up in the flare on the right upper corner, and in a moment I will find one more chipboard heart and put it right with You Are Loved. There it is. So I'm going to get that glued down. The other sticker there's, I believe it says Good Vibes Only, which was very appropriate. I'm going to trim off that circle because I couldn't get it on there completely without taking off some of the letters, and that's going to be really it for me. So thank you so much for sticking with me through the end. Have a fabulous day, and please come back and see me again soon.